Hands up, hands up, hands up. And I'm not gonna clap because I know that sounds horrible on the actual video. So we are on math minute 54 and I didn't see everybody's hands up. So let's try it one more time. Hands up, everybody. That's right. 54. We're doing good. We're getting through this. I feel positive about all of it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. We're going to do this first problem, and then we are going to, I'm going to slide it up a little bit more so that we can get this stuff, because this stuff's real easy. I can make it a little smaller here. So circle the answer that shows the probable length of this paper clip. That paper clip. I could be a jerk about this, and and we could, not a jerk, jerk's not the right way to say it, but that paper clip on my wall is pretty darn big, okay? It's not big enough for kilometers or meters, but it's still pretty big. I could probably talk you into doing something like, fractions of stuff, but luckily for us, they gave us an example of what that is. So the first thing is that you gotta know what the units mean. This paper clip right here, A, 3 I was gonna say milliliters. I'm looking at my water. 3 millimeters. A. B. 3 centimeters. B. C. 3 meters. Or D. 3 kilometers. The photo math will not help you with this. Google searches will not help you with this. This is just a common sense question. You gotta get that thinker working. So let's look at what these things actually, what these meters, types of meters actually are. So the first thing we're gonna look at is millimeters, okay? For those of you that are on my robotics team, you have these little, what we call hubs, right? If you look at a hub will probably be measured in millimeters, okay? Because they're very small. I hope that this actually focused in for you, but these little hubs. This is from Lego first. Well, technically EV3s. The second one is centimeters. If you're gonna measure something in centimeters, you're gonna wanna measure something in centimeters, because I was building robots last night, so I have this stuff out in my kitchen. You would measure something like this in centimeters, all right? It's shorter, the length is not as long, but remember, when you're measuring length, you're measuring one dimension, okay? So you're measuring this one dimension, this side. Okay, there you go. So here's what you would measure with centimeters. Okay, when we get down to meters, you're not gonna be able to see this, but you'll get the gist. All right, this is my Swiffer. And as you can see my Swiffer, you would measure my Swiffer with meters. You could kind of measure it with centimeters, maybe if you wanted a really long measurement, but as you can see, my Swiffer, you would definitely, if you're smart, measure in meters. The last but not least is kilometers. I can't show you kilometers because kilometers is like a mile. It's long. It's like from my house to Sunset Station. Okay, it's a distance. You have to walk it. It would take you about, to do a kilometer, probably could do a kilometer in about 5 minutes maybe. So you would be walking that distance. If you're talking about from our school to, let's say, the airport, that would be a kilometer or so. So you would measure that in kilometers. Distance like where you were driving a car. So are we measuring distance like we were driving a car? No. So D is out. So D is out completely. It's a stupid answer. We're throwing that one out. Going to the other three. So now what I want you to do is that if you're not in my class and you don't know the hand gestures for it, A, this is sign language for A. It's our fist with our thumb out on the side. A. If you think it's A, put your hand as A. If you think it's B, it looks like you're swearing to something, okay? It's your 4 fingers together with your hand like so, okay? This is B. If you're looking for C, it looks like you're caking a cookie. So you have a C. It just, your fingers can wrap around into a curve. So C. See, like that. All right. So if you think it's A, put A in your hand. If you think it's B, put B in your hand. If you think it's C, put C in your hand. What can we toss out? First off, can we measure this with my Swiffer? No? Well, then it can't be C either. So it either has to be A or B. Are you measuring this, that little type of hub? No, so it cannot be A. So our answer has to be B, just based on common sense. So on number 1, it cannot be kilometers, it cannot be millimeters, it cannot be meters, it has to be centimeters. Okay, so our answer is B. Excellent. Now to save some paper, I'm totally yanking that up. So here we go. And I'm going to try not to figure out my, there we go, perfect. Not going to trip over my Swiffer either. Oh, we got some order of operations. Yeah. Order of operations, ladies and gentlemen. PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S. Just so you can remember, because I know it's been a day. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. That's the order. That's what we got to go. Over here, do I have any parentheses? Yes, I do. I got me some parentheses. So what's inside those parentheses? 2 plus 3. And just so you guys, I know that sometimes it's hard to see on the videos, so I'm going to write it down here. We have 4, 2, parentheses, I'm sorry, 4 bracket 2 plus 3. Now we could easily put that into photo math, right? But let's switch it up this morning. Let's go with doing them first. So parentheses is first. So we're gonna do 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3. When we're plussing, we can do it on our fingers too, as long as they're small. All right, so we're gonna start with 2, and we're gonna add how many? 1, 2, 3. So how many total? 5. I'm gonna hide this cap. I keep taking it on and off, and on and off, and on and off. And any kid that knows me, booyah. Now it's in my TV room. Okay, so 5. All right. Got to keep the parentheses because you still have that 4 that's connected to that. And that 4 connected to it makes things a little more complicated. All right, so can I do anything more parentheses wise? No. Now do I have multiplication? Do I have, did you hear that horn? That horn was telling me, yes, there is multiplication. Anytime that 2 numbers are stuck together, especially when there's a bracket in between like this, that means it's multiplication. So this right here would be multiplied into here. Everybody got you? Got it? Okay, good. So when we take these 2 numbers, we're going to times these numbers together. So this problem really looks like this. But with mathematicians and with people really, really, really ridiculously smart in math, they write things multiple ways. We have to learn their language, and this is part of learning the language of math, because math language is absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning language of simplicity, and once you know the secrets to it, it is a beautiful thing. 4 times 5. Bring our fingers back. Do 4, because it's easy to count. It's easy to skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So the answer to our problem is 20. Now, I'm in this space right here, but once I tell you about this problem, you ain't gonna worry about that, so don't stress. So we say that the answer is 20. So we say that this, I almost skipped ahead, I get too excited. Do I have any more multiplication? No. Any more division? No. Any addition? No. Any subtraction? No. Now I feel better. Now I feel like that I have closure. I need closure on problems. And to get even more closure on this particular problem, I'm going to put it in to my photo math just in case. And you better, I know I said you didn't need the tool on the first one, and it doesn't look like you're going to need the tool on the third one either. But you should always have your tools available at all times. If you're watching a math video, you in math class, you should have your tools. You need them. It's part of your IEPs on most of them. So you need to make sure if people don't give them to you, you need to ask for them. It's part of your responsibilities. All right. 4 bracket 2 plus 3 close bracket. Answer is 20. Yes. Yes. Good job, people. Good job. Take that problem down. So that one is correct. Number 3. Oh, number 3. Oh. Why do they do this to you? Why? They make it look like you're timing a big number by something. It makes it look like this is a hard problem. They make it look like that you're going to be sitting here and staring at it for a little while, but you're not, because that. I'm going to write it a little bigger over here. Ready? 0 times 5,843. This okay, that 0 right there, if you're timing any number by 0, it wipes out the problem. Because anything times 0 is 0. That's it. That is the whole problem. That may be the shortest problem we do all week long. Because 0 times anything, it could be 0 times a million, 0 times a billion, 0 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't matter. Because anything times 0, 0. 0. And you can write it the other way too. This number times 0 would still be 0. Maybe anytime. So just keep that eye out. It's an easy problem. You can figure that out. It took me a second. I gotta get past that. I don't like that when they give you those types of problems without actually explaining it to you, because that one takes like literally 3 seconds. Number 4, what is pi? We have gone over pi, and we have gone over pi, and we have gone over pi multiple times this week. Multiple times. You should know pi. So let's go ahead and let's try to figure it out. That's why you need to watch videos in order, because I'm gonna try to build on them. Pi. I know pi. I know I eat pie. I think when we get back to school, we're totally gonna have a pie party. Because I think we might need a little pie party. I think we could. All right. Well, just in case we got some new viewers out there, let's find out what pi is. Alexa, what is pi?
Pi is the mathematical number used to calculate the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. It has an infinite number of digits, but is usually shortened to 3.14159 for the purpose of rough calculations. Pi is represented in formulas by
Alexa, stop! She goes on a little bit. She kind of like me. She likes to talk. We're for the middle school math mind. We're going to limit that to 3.14. So pi equals 3.14. Please know that. Please remember that. It's going to come up on a lot of the standardized tests you're going to have later. So please remember. Pi. And just in case you can't see this little symbol, pi looks like that. Okay. Number 5. List the first 3 multiples of 10. We love multiples. We love them. Okay, anytime you're looking for multiples, we've done it a couple times again this week. We have, it's your times tables. 10 times 1 equals 10. They already gave you the first one. 10 times 2 equals 10, 20. We're going to count by 10. All right, 10 times 3 equals, I got caught. 10, 20, 30. 10 times 4 equals 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, so that looks great. Good for us. Now they only want the first 3. They gave you 10. Then you are going to put down 20. Then you're going to put down 30. And just so I don't write on my wall, gotta make sure. Yeah, there we go. What is the next multiple of 10? 50. What's the next multiple of 10? 60. What's the next multiple of 10? 70. What's the next multiple of 10? 80. And you keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And here we are. Is 13 a prime or composite number? Again, there are so many ways that you could do this and find the answer out. The easiest way, though, is if you don't know your prime numbers and you don't know what composite numbers are, then you can ask. You should Google it. All right, because even me, sometimes I'll look at a number and I'll think it's prime, but it's not. Or I think it's composite and it's not. So it's best to look to make sure. But let's go ahead and ask our teaching assistant.